can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world.
Good morning, you guys. It is March 14th. I started back in January, and last week was my first time adding on like subjects for me to teach. So it's been a while. I also wanted to record this because there's been a lot of things that I've been doing behind the scenes that I feel like no one sees. So like I want to like show that and like let everyone know like this is what's happening. This week and next week is a very hectic week for me in general, between school life and student teaching. So I hope that I can survive, because I don't know, it's giving no right now. But for example, last week I came back from my service trip during my spring break, and then the week before that we had February vacation. So I had February vacation off, but like not really, because I was working my actual job. And then I had my service trip the week of what was supposed to be like my spring break, and that obviously was a service trip, so it's like you're doing a lot of work. And when we got back, it was technically like Sunday by the time we got back and got settled in. It was like midnight on Sunday, and I checked my email the next day and I had a whole calendar made for me, and I was not prepared. So last week I was kind of scrambling around trying to like prepare things and all this other stuff, and I was just getting frustrated because I'm just like, this is so much work. But kind of towards the end of last week, I started planning for this week, for like foundations and all that. So I feel like that was taking up my time a little, because I had to like think about it. And last night I just had to like prep for like what I'm teaching this week. So last week I had always been doing morning meeting, and then last week I added on foundations and vocab, and then this week I'm adding on text talk. So yeah, I just hope that I make sense, because I feel like whenever we can drive and talk, because I gotta go. I just feel like whenever I'm talking out loud, I don't make sense. And this is not just like for teaching, it's literally for everything. Like even when I'm making videos, sometimes I stop myself and kind of like say what I said out loud again, because sometimes I'm like, am I speaking English? No, I don't know. Sometimes it's literally like I struggle. I don't know why. I have so many languages in my head that I'm just like struggling sometimes. So I'm just like, I hope I make sense. I hope I'm not sounding crazy. So I hope everyone understands what I have to say. But it's Monday. I just did not want to wake up this morning. Yesterday was daylight savings, so that makes everything like worse in a way. And I'm about 1,000 miles from needing an oil change again, and that's just how my life is going. I'm almost actually at my 300-hour mark for my student teaching, but the thing is, like, you could hit 300 hours but still like you don't really you're not necessarily finished, because you have to teach like certain subjects, or like you have to have your takeover, which is you teaching like everything. So the way maybe I can insert like a screenshot of my calendar. If I'm being transparent, I still have one observation left, and then another unannounced observation, and then I have to do like the formative assessment, which is like the class gives me feedback on how I teach. So I don't know how that's gonna be done, don't know when that's gonna be done, but the way that the calendar is set up, that my supervising teacher made, I would be going up until the last week of March into the first week of April, or like the first, like April 8th would be my last day. If you're ready, then I'm ready too. Well, I can't. Is on, she just did it. She's about to pose. You should already be walking to your spot. Laisse-moi écrire sur ta peau quelques notes. So, wanted to be in the video so bad. So here we go. Hey, how you doing? Anyway, so the first thing that I take out here is my laptop. Obviously, we all know everything is literally done on our computers nowadays. So my laptop literally equals my life, and that's where everything is stored. Other than that, sometimes I take notes in this black notebook right here. I didn't really use it, but it was still useful for whenever I needed to take notes on meetings and so on. This pink folder literally holds everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. All my lesson outlines and all the worksheets that the kids did during my student teaching were placed in here just so I can have it as easy reference for the next day or whatever. Just, it's kind of ripped. It just goes to show you how much paper and everything is in there. My good old trusty agenda. I literally use this like every single day. In the beginning, I literally tried to take and like keep track of everything I was doing. As time went on, obviously it got less and less, but then things started picking up again, so there was that. Guys, this 3-ring binder literally holds everything and more. I have the schedule, I have a pencil pouch inside, and I also have like a weekly agenda that lays out every single thing that I need to complete day by day, as well as the school calendar and my student teaching calendar, and a couple handouts that I found that would be useful to just keep and have for safekeeping, and just like have reference for like future. If I ever want to do something of that sort, I have already kind of an outline. I also printed out my student teaching handbook and I put it in there just so I can have it as like paper instead of being on the computer. But yeah, that's literally everything in my bag. Oh, my pencil case, literally pencil, markers, my brush markers. I always carry around a pack of gum and a pouch of things that are necessities, and my AirPods. And that's pretty much what's in my bag and what I use every single day. Yeah.